every word you choose is a choice you are making. And when you realize that, you recognize, oh, wow, I am so much more powerful than I think I am. Because words have power on the people around you, but more importantly, on you. Hello and welcome to the Business of Happiness podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Tarryn MacCarthy, and today is going to be such a great day. I am so excited to talk to you today. Today is one of those episodes that is so impactful in your life, if you allow it to be. The lessons that I'm teaching today literally can change your life. I'm so excited about this episode that I'm literally recording it at a time when I usually don't. I usually am very disciplined in terms of when I record these episodes for upcoming release. And I'm just bursting at the seams with this one because it has made such a big difference in my life. And that is the complete passion in my life, is to bring you tools to improve and better your life. And today we're talking about something so simple and foundational that it has enormous resonance in your experience and in your reality. This tool that I'm going to teach you will give you insight into where you're abdicating your power and deeper understanding of yourself. And as we know, knowledge is everything. Everything. And what's even more powerful is knowledge about yourself. Where are your limitations coming from? Where are those disempowering beliefs that are holding you back from realizing the life of your dreams, the career of your dreams, the relationships of your dreams? Where are you, and maybe old wounds or old traumas, holding you back? Because if there's something I know, it's that every single one of us, it doesn't matter where you were born, the color of your skin, the genitals between your legs, the parents who raised you, this community that fostered you, the money in your hand in the moment, the mistakes you made in the past, none of that matters when it comes to the power inside of you. Each and every one of us has enormous potential that we're not harnessing. Each and every one of us, I don't care who you are and where you stand in this moment, we haven't even begun to access the incredible power in our brains. I know there's this cliche that we're only using 10% of our brains. 100% true. Today is a little ratchet up of opening up a new avenue in your own brain for greater insight into yourself and taking back your power over your own reality, your own happiness, your own success, your own impact on this incredible planet. Big promise, I know, and I believe in it so deeply. Oh my gosh, let's get started. It's so simple. It's so simple, and when you start using this practice, you're going to just be blown away by the insight that you're getting. I know you've heard me say in the past that our words have power. My husband teases me all the time because I say this ad nauseum, and it's become a running joke in my household. My kids keep saying, they think, Mom, I don't think Dad believes our words have power, because he mocks it all the time. Oh, that's just my husband's funny dad humor. He knows it's true. Your words have power. And today we're focusing on one tiny word that is actually stripping you of your power. One tiny word that every time you speak it is actually tearing away at your ability to take the wheel and drive the bus of your own life, of your own desires and of your own happiness. You've heard me say before that we create our own reality. Absolutely. There is not one person in this world who is not actively creating their reality. Many of us do it without even being aware, but every single one of us is creating the reality around us. And if you're saying to me, Tarryn, I don't believe that, that sounds insane. Here's 10 examples of why that's not true. I hear you. I was in the same place, my friend. Yes, it's true. We cannot control the events around us, but you create your own reality. You have that power. You are that powerful. You have that much magic in you. Today we're looking at one little word, one tiny word that is abdicating your power. And when I say the word, you're going to assume you know what I'm going to say next. So I beg of you, if you're listening to this episode, when I tell you the word, listen to the whole episode in its entirety because there's so much more behind it. What that word is can't. Can't. And I know where your mind's going immediately because you're thinking, okay, I know where this is going. Can't should be changed to can. We can do anything. We have no limitations. Blah, blah, blah. There's more. There's so much more. I'm going to share with you a story that's just a little bit of insight. Maybe you can recognize yourself in this. We're going to talk about this word can't. And, as number one, I just want you to be aware of how often you use it. It used to be pervasive in my language. I used to say it on a daily basis. I used it so often that I didn't even realize when I was using it. And I'm going to remind you again, your words have power. Because every time we speak something about our own ability, our own belief in ourselves, we are evoking that into the universe and literally putting our focus on what we are and are not capable of, looking for the evidence of it, right? It's that same thing that we've talked about in the past. Whatever you focus on expands. If I say I can't something, then more and more opportunities and evidence in my world is going to come along and show me how that's true. Okay. So the other day, I got up and I'm enjoying running in the fall. I love running in the fall. And I said to myself, oh, I can't run today. Stop. I've become so aware now, by the way, of the word can't, that when I speak it or even think it, I stop myself in my tracks. Because when we say can't, we are imposing a limitation on ourselves. Done. It is true. It is fact. We're giving ourselves evidence of what is fact. I can't run today. Now, this seems small, but I'm in a process right now where I'm really trying to focus on finding time for myself and my body. And I get so much pleasure and enjoyment of just running through these glorious trails in Maine. And the trail running in Maine in October is spectacular. It's spectacular. Even just being in the kaleidoscope of colors it turns you on. It literally inspires and kicks off that creative urge. And it's just breathing in the fresh air. There's so many reasons why it's so good for you and it feels so good. Anyway, so I'm on this kick of running every day. And I wake up the other day and I say, I can't run today. Stop. What I would love for you to do in the practice when you recognize the word can't is switch it out, trade in the word, and repeat the sentence, and this time use the word won't, and see what comes up for you. So I did this in this practice on this day. It was last Saturday. And I said, I won't run today. Enormous insight. Enormous insight. Because what is that saying about me? What is it saying about the choices I'm making in this moment? First of all, by simply exchanging the word can't for the word won't, what are we doing? We're immediately taking back our power. Now, at this moment in this episode, I want to pause and give huge props to an incredible friend and soul sister of mine, Amanda Balzao. She is one of the lead coaches at the Lit Factor. She is amazing, and she is the one that introduced this concept to me and literally changed my life. So I just want to give that little credit to where credit is due. It's amazing. When you take the word won't and you substitute it in where you had been using the word can't, you immediately take back your power, take back your ownership of choice, and now you get to gain more insight into what's really behind it. I won't go running today. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Number one, is it true? Well, actually, I can find some time in my day. If I'm choosing not to go, why am I choosing not to go? Maybe it's because I'm not feeling that great or my hip is hurting me. Oh, I'm choosing I won't run on a sore hip. I'm going to take care of this hip, and today I'm going to stretch. Today I'm going to swim. Today I'm going to ride my bike. Isn't that interesting? Immediately, the choices I'm making in the words I'm using put me back into control of my own destiny, of my own reality. Not only does it increase the way you feel about yourself, it raises your vibrational emotion in terms of the emotional scale of the vibrational scale of emotions. It makes you feel better about yourself. It puts you back in an empowered state. But it also gives you deeper insight into why you're making that statement. Isn't that interesting? Let's take another example. Okay? I can't face my mother-in-law today. Ooh. Let's switch the words around. I won't face my mother-in-law today. Tarryn, what's going on behind that? What's behind that? Well, I won't face my mother-in-law because I'm setting healthy boundaries and I don't feel good when I'm around her. I love it. If that's the choice you've made, that is a powerful statement in terms of taking care of yourself. You go, girl. That's amazing. But saying, I can't face my mother-in-law today puts you immediately in a victimized state. It immediately makes people question you and your values. It immediately makes you doubt yourself and your capability. Right? By the way, love my mother-in-law. But it took me a while to get there. Right? And what it takes is for you to own who you are. It takes creating those boundaries when you need to. And then showing up for them with compassion for yourself and for her. When you're using this practice, there are actually a few steps I'm going to suggest. Number one, listen to your words. Listen to the words that are leaving your lips. Listen to the thoughts that are in your head. No one else is speaking your words. No one can make you say anything. Every word you choose is a choice you are making. And when you realize that, you recognize, oh, wow, I am so much more powerful than I think I am. Because words have power on the people around you, but more importantly, on you. They create belief structures. They reinforce belief structures. You can change a whole belief about yourself simply by speaking the words that you need to. You can change your whole day. When you think your day is going down one way, you can change your whole day by simply changing the words you're using. That's how powerful you are. And what it takes is awareness. So step one, awareness. What are the words you're saying? And when are you using that one most dangerous little snitchy little word, can't? Second step, what is it telling me about me? what is it telling me about me? What is by me switching the word won't for can't? What is that telling me about me? What is it telling me about where I'm abdicating my power versus where I'm making healthy, empowering choices for myself? Am I actually listening to my intuition who says, not today, sister? Or am I choosing to give in? This becomes powerful in leadership. This is one of the strongest tools for leadership in terms of facing challenging conversations. Hear me in this. Sometimes, as leaders of teams, we need to have difficult conversations with our team members. I'm going to say many times. We need to have conversations that are kind and clear, compassionate, but most importantly, we need to get over our fears of how they're going to be received. As long as we're coming from a place of compassion and empowerment and our higher self, we can't make a mistake. But have you heard yourself say these words or thought these words? I just can't face this review today. I just can't tell her what's really going on here. Maybe, let's draw a picture here. Maybe it's a team member who hasn't really been showing up for her position. Maybe there's a suspicion here of quiet quitting. I know that's a popular term at the moment, but you've been noticing she's just kind of showing up and doing the minimum. And although her minimum's pretty good, it's beginning to impact the rest of the team. The other team members are beginning to notice, well, she's slacking a little bit, and that doesn't feel good in this environment where we all need to cover each other and have each other's backs. This is an important conversation that needs to happen. And if you're in the position in leadership that needs to have this conversation, are you saying, I just can't do it today? Pause. Is it true? 99.9% of the time, it's not true. You can do anything. Right? You really can. And I know that's where you probably thought I was going with this conversation. And let's just wind in because you are right. You can. You really can have this conversation. What's actually happening is you're choosing not to. I won't have this conversation today. Okay. Now, what is that really saying about myself? That's question number 2. Question number 1, is it really true? And question number 2, what is by you exchanging the word won't for can't actually saying, I won't have this conversation today? Well, look at that. Look at that. I won't have this conversation today. If you're listening to this podcast, chances are you didn't get into business to be miserable. The problem is that people feel that if their business gets busier, if they start becoming more successful, that happiness will eventually set in. But it can actually get worse. This is why I created the Business of Happiness Prosperity Coaching. In this one-on-one coaching, we look at how to redefine success on your terms and re-find the joy and the passion in your dream. Visit me at thebizofhappiness.com and become the happiest business owner you know. My third question. And this is the insightful question that takes you to the next level, because those first 2 questions were pretty darn powerful. Is it true? And then exchange the won't. And then what is that saying? Right? What is that telling me about me? Third question. Is this choice, because everything is a choice, is this choice standing in the way of my dreams, my happiness, my wildest, most phenomenal dream life, career, parenting, relationship? I don't care which arena we're talking about here. Is this standing in the way of me realizing my dreams? I won't face my team member to have this difficult conversation today. What are my dreams? Is it my dream to be an incredible leader? Well, guess what incredible leaders do? They have courageous difficult conversations. If you don't believe me, listen to Brene Brown. They rumble, as Brene Brown says. They rumble and they show up with honesty and clarity and authenticity and compassion and purpose. They have difficult conversations. So by me saying I won't have this conversation with her today, I am saying today I won't be the leader I am dreaming of being. What? Okay, let's get honest with ourselves here. I don't need anyone else to point this out to me. When I'm doing this work, I recognize, oh, Tarryn, you are choosing not to be the incredible leader today. Can you be her? Hell yeah, you can be her. But in this moment, you are choosing not to. Okay, zero judgment. Let your judgment fairy step aside, right? Because maybe this is a choice you're making today for other reasons. There are days where we need to make different choices. Today is not the day for me to be that leader. Okay, no judgment. Just be fully aware of what you are choosing here. Because if you have gone for years and years and years and said, why am I not a great leader? Why can't I step into leadership? Then maybe this is a little bit of insight into why. Why am I not running a marathon? I've wanted to run marathons for years. Why can't I find the relationship of my dreams, the incredible human that I'm looking for? Well, maybe something in your language has been limiting you, and maybe we can use that as a superpower instead of an Achilles heel. Maybe those can'ts can be greater insight into what's actually happening here. Step 1, pay attention to your words. And when you see that word can't, ask yourself, is it true? We already know 99% of the time, not true. Okay, good. Let's infuse the word won't. When we exchange the word won't for can't, what is that telling me? What's really behind this today? What's really behind this? I won't speak to my team member. Ooh, I'm afraid of confrontation. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? I'm afraid that she will think negatively of me and won't like me anymore. Wow. Isn't that interesting, Tarryn? Notice I'm using language to take away judgment. And the language that we can use is, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, Tarryn? You're afraid to step up and be a great leader because you're worried about what she's going to think? Isn't that interesting? Because worrying about what other people think is a complete waste of time. When I am showing up in my highest self, with my greater purpose, with the greater good at hand, with compassion and understanding and knowing she has autonomy and has every right to think anything she wants to think. I have no control over it. If I'm using that as a limitation of mine, I am not being the leader I want to be. Because the incredible leader shows up when something is difficult, shows up with truth and honesty. I honestly feel in the situation that she is not standing up in the greatness that she can be, and that it's actually negatively impacting her relationship with her team members and her relationship with me. And actually, who am I being if I don't bring this to her? Am I being that honest, compassionate leader? Am I asking her to be honest with me and I'm not willing to be honest with her? When I say I won't face this, what am I really saying? And what do I need to work on within me? And then number 3, is this standing in my way of realizing my dreams? Oh, yeah. Yep. Because one of my dreams is that every day I go into work, I love my day. Well, if I'm going into work abdicating my power, I'm not going to love my day. I'm not going to love my day. I'm not going to enjoy this day if I'm not able to be the person I know I can be. I'm not going to love this day if I'm all day saying, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't. I'm not going to love this day if I'm choosing not to be a great leader when that really matters to me. Okay, let's choose another one. My patient is requiring of me or requesting of me a treatment plan I don't really believe in. Right? I'm offering a treatment plan. This really is the best for her, and she's really kind of trying to convince me otherwise. What I hear myself say is, I can't do what I know is the right thing to do because she won't accept this treatment plan. Wow. Is it true? Well, absolutely not true. I can deliver this treatment plan, right? I have no control over how she receives it. I can. Let me put in the word won't. I won't deliver this treatment plan because she might not accept it. Oh, wait a minute. What is that saying about me? What is that saying about my choice? Is that saying that I care more about whether or not she accepts my treatment plan than whether I'm delivering care that I know to be the best for her? My years of expertise, my compassionate higher self? Am I actually abdicating the choices I make in my practiceship, in my doctoring and caring for my patient based on whether or not she's going to like it or accept it? Wait a minute. Question number 3, is it standing in the way of me living my best life? Is it standing in the way of my dreams? One of my dreams are to be the most excellent dentist, the most excellent caregiver. It's on my mission statement. Oh, yeah, I am. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I won't. Well, let me change my story here, please. Because that incredible caregiver does what's best for her patients, offers what's best for her patients, says what speaks, what educates her patients to the best of her ability to give them all the information they need to make a great choice. And then guess what? I step back. Now it's up to you. I've shared with you why I think this is the most important thing. I've tried to give you a little background in biology, a little background in my experience, in literature and research. I've tried to explain to you why I think this is the most important thing for you. And now, my friend, you get to choose. Isn't that what we want as patients ourselves? Please, when I come in to talk to you about my heart or my brain or my liver or my knee, tell me everything. Share with me everything, all the insight you have, and then please let me have the autonomy to make a choice. Oh, that's what I want. That's the kind of practitioner I want to be. You know, it's so interesting. I have tennis elbow. All my dental peeps with tennis elbow, raise your hand. Okay. So last year, actually within the past 2 or 3 years, I did I did something at CrossFit. And if you recognize or you identify with this, raise your hand as well. I was pushing myself because I felt a little great about myself and I love some competition. So whenever I'm in a room with other incredible men and women, I like to push myself. It's just a part of me that I actually love. And I did a snatch with a little too heavy weights, and maybe I hadn't quite warmed up enough, but I was feeling myself that day, and I thought I could do this. And that snatch pushed my tennis elbow over the edge, and ever since that fated day in CrossFit, my right elbow has been singing my name. And I went to several orthopedic surgeons and doctors, and I've been to chiropractors and physical therapists. And I finally went to the orthopedist and said, okay, this is impacting my ability to perform dentistry, so help. They gave me all the options and all the insight and their strongest opinions. And guess what? I walked away with my own choice. I actually didn't take their advice. I actually went back a second. I actually went back a third time. Just because I needed to understand the medical side of it more and more and more. And I won't go into all the options that I had and why I chose or chose not to do what I did. My point is, me choosing about my own body matters most. Did I not think they were great experts? No, of course. I don't know anything about elbows. Please, Educate me. I trust you. I'm so grateful to you. I have so much confidence in your opinion. And I want to be able to choose for myself, for my own body, for my own life. That is what I value in an excellent practitioner. And that is the kind of practitioner I want to be. So when I offer treatment plans to my patients, I want to give them my expertise. And then I want to step back and say, now, my friend, you choose. You have autonomy over your own choices. You have your own power over your own life. I don't get to make that decision. So who am I to offer a treatment plan that I think will persuade you, alter it a little bit, just so that I know you'll say yes? Whoa. What amazing insight can't and won't gives us in that example. I can go on and on. This tool, this little switcheroo of the words we use is so powerful. I am so excited for you to go and use this in your daily life. I can't wait for you to do this. I won't wait. I won't wait. Do it right now, please. This is why I wouldn't wait to record this episode today, because it is so powerful. I won't wait. I'm going to give this information to you now. I was actually thinking of incorporating this into a course, and I thought, oh, I can't deliver this on the podcast because it'll spoil it for the course. I won't. And then I asked myself, why won't I? BS. I need to give this because I believe so powerfully in this work. I'm going to review those 3 questions we asked again. Paying attention to your words, of course, awareness, always the most important. Number 1, is it true? When you say the word, I can't, something, is it true? Spoiler alert, no, it's not. So let's move in. Let's switch out the word. Let's use the word won't. I won't X, Y, and Z. Question number 2 is, what is that telling me about myself? What is that telling me about maybe old traumas? I won't touch a snake. Okay. That's my choice. Not I can't. I can definitely touch a snake. I won't. I have old wounds about snakes, generational wounds. Grandparents and grandparents who touched snakes in Africa died. Okay? It's embedded in me. It's one of the things I choose not to work on. I won't touch a snake. Done. Okay. Can I live with that? Uh-huh. Number 3 question is it impacting my ability to live my best life, to reach for my dreams? If I lived in a community of snake owners, then maybe. But right now, it's not. So I'm free to choose not to touch a snake. But if what I'm choosing is impacting my dreams, if it's giving me a limitation, if it's holding me back from realizing an incredible life, because let me tell you something, you can have it all. Yes, you can have it all. You can be phenomenally happy, phenomenally wealthy, phenomenally abundant in everything, your relationships, your work, your fitness, your health. You can have it all. That's the power you have inside of yourself. My question to you, my friend, is where are you holding yourself back? And can't is your little keys to the kingdom. It can tell you so much. So exciting. So exciting. Where in your life can you start using this? As you go forward in your week, just pay attention to the can'ts. Just notice, first of all, how often we use it, how often we say it. And as you notice how often you say it, think, oh my gosh, how much is this impacting the people around me? Every time I say can't, what are the people around me hearing? My kids, right? How often are they hearing that and beginning to adopt that language in their lexicon? How much is it impacting my team? How much is it impacting my patients? How much is it impacting my husband? Most importantly, I know it's impacting me. As you go through this next week, listen to yourself and then use those 3 questions. Is it true? What is this telling me about myself when I use the word won't instead of can't? And then number 3, is it holding me back from realizing my dreams? I have one more little homework assignment for you. Who do you know who could benefit from this? Who do you know who you love deeply enough, who you know, oh my God, when she hears this tool, she's going to blow up. She's going to go crazy when she learns this tool. I can't wait to see. Or won't I wait to see? Who can I empower? Who is it that I can think of right now who I can empower by sending her this episode or him and giving him this tool to maybe realize more insight about himself? Oh, so good. So good. Oh, I love you all so much. I get so excited just imagining what this can do for you. Where in your life you can step up and really take ownership and get back into the driver's seat of your own life, because I believe in you so deeply. And what I know about you as healthcare providers, as parents, as leaders of your own teams, I know that deep down inside of you, you just want to do good. And when you feel good, when you can access feeling good, that's when you can do good. Bye-bye.